new one like it is $500,000. You're talking about $500,000 for a brand new one. Brooklyn bought a new pumper tanker here a while back, and what was it?
190 something change.
See, and
4 years ago.
You ask why could I not do that instead? Well, because has anybody heard ISO? ISO comes around and they rate the fire departments. Literally based on, and this is the paper I'm going to pass around, anybody can have a copy of it if they want it. It's based on your fire department's capability, your water supply capability, and your fire alarm receiving capability. In other words, your 911 system. If you remember, we came to talk to y'all about 911 a few months ago, and that's kind of what it was about. Well, McCurtain, with this tax money, and this equipment it's allowed us to buy in that pumper, we lowered our ISO rating from an 8 to a 5. Okay, that personally saved me $240 a year on my fire insurance. If you look in the yellow right here, it's got a little deal that kind of shows what it'll drop it. Now I know since then, and this is from 2011, this is through 2011, I know McCurtain's lowered theirs, Keota's lowered theirs, Brooklyn's lowered theirs, Kenna's lowered theirs. I know at least that many departments have so far, so it's not like we're just taking the money, spending it, and not giving anything back. That's based on a 14,000 square foot, a 1,400 square foot residence, and it gives you an average of what it would cost normally. That's a 1,400 square foot home valued at $85,000. I don't know if I can get that from mine or not, but anyhow, it saves the taxpayers money, so they turn around and spend that money elsewhere. They got more money to spend if you give it back to them. Does anybody have any questions?
What's your yearly finances? What does it cost you a year to run?
I think last year, if I remember right, see, I'm a town fire department, so my city council actually handles all that part of it. I don't touch any of the money or any of the finances. I think it was about $15,000 we spent last year. You're looking at $4,000 a year for insurance alone.
Or more.
Ours is $3,800. It was $3,800 and some change, maybe $3,800.
I just got our new bill. I'm Jack Denny, Brooklyn Fire Chief, also the Vice President of the Board of Haskell County. We just got our new bill, and this is just for trucks only, insurance on our trucks only, and that's per year. Almost 5.
It's
Who does your accounting for you?
our accounting, the city treasurer, and it's audited every year. So
The entire county.
that'd be up to whoever the commissioners use. Only as far as the tax money goes, it'd be for the commissioners. I mean, what's done at the city is done with the city.
Yeah, a county clerk. And like he said, we get audited constantly. We're getting audited right now.
I'm asking.
Each individual fire department has their own accounting
On their checking account.
on their
check, yeah.
But as
Their-
far as
for
the
their tax.
commissioner, the county tax money, it's all through the commissioner.
It's all through the
Do
county.
you have a total budget that shows your entire income
For my department,
for everyone?
I don't for every other department, no.
Does anybody?
For what?
Does anybody have a tabulation or an accounting for all the income that comes for all the volunteer fire departments?
Combined?
Yes.
no.
And
Why would one
and
department
broke out.
have somebody else's money in there?
That would be up to the
That would
county
be up
clerk
to
to
the
produce
county clerk
that
to
document.
produce that for you.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Well,
Do we have an accountability for every fire department?
Of what they spend?
Well, of what they get from all sources of income and for all their equipment assets. We have an asset list for each department.
that's probably what these are.
It's from.
It's public record. I mean,
Well, and also
This is not what I'm asking for at all. What I'm asking for is do you have an accountability,
He wants to know
For
about
all the
the
fire
check
departments in the
machine,
county.
everything.
yes.
including a list of your equipment, the ages of it, when it was purchased, when it was put into service, or when it was taken out?
Yes, that's something that can be got together. We don't keep it all on
But you
one
don't
list.
have one now.
That's something each individual department would keep.
You have to give it to the state.
I can tell you that we got a 91 model pumper, a 1974.
I'm not really interested in one piece of equipment or what your department has. I'm just asking a question. Is there any accountability for it?
Yes, through
We
my
have
city
accountability on
council, through
everything.
my town
Well,
council.
I'm asking for the entire volunteer fire department system.
No, because there's not, we're individual departments.
Yeah, you can't combine this all.
We're not.
Where do you get your funding?
The county money is assessed for.
There you go.
Okay, through the
And
county.
all I asked was, do you have an accountability of what your total income is from all sources to operate your fire departments?
Each
Yes.
individual fire department.
Yes, we will.
Is it compiled anywhere?
Yes, I'm sure he has our checking account information. Frank is
Do you
our,
have it all, Frank?
I have for the Brookings Fire Department,
No,
yes,
I'm
sir.
talking about the entire.
We have
No, there is
reason to
not
keep
one for
theirs.
the whole,
Okay.
there is not one for every fire
That answers
department
my question.
combined.
That's what I wanted to know.
So the question was, does my department keep up with their department?
No, no, and I'm not here to argue.
Okay,
I asked a question, and the question's been answered.
okay.
That's all right. Yeah.
Is there any more
Let's
discussion
not
on
have done
item
that.
number 9?
Yeah, what formula is used for the disbursement of the collection of the revenue?
No, it's not.
Say again,
They're
Bob.
asking to
I'm
know
sorry, I can't
how
hear you
much
for the
each
talk.
individual department has to where they can see what the county's
Apologize.
paying.
Once we determine
They wouldn't have
the
that.
revenue
Somebody's
stream,
gotta
But
be
he wanted
accountable.
it together.
Yes.
Excuse me, let Bobby's asking a question.
once we've determined the annual revenue from sales, from property tax collections, excluding grants, just the
The
tax.
sales tax,
Well, no, it's property tax, is it not, or just?
it's a 1/4% sales tax is what they get off the
Okay.
county.
Once that's determined, what's the formula for the disbursement of the funds?
Well, there's 11 fire departments, it's divided 11 ways.
So it's equal.
It's equal.
Actually, it's 1% of the total to the association, and then the rest is divided equally 11 ways.
So splitting it equally among the fire departments, the 11 fire departments, do you think that it takes more money to run, say, Lona Valley as it does Stigler or Keota or, I mean, since Stigler or Keota or Kenna, one of them, or McCurtain even, services a bigger population, does a fire department like Lona Valley or Hoyt or wherever, you think they need just as much as those do?
Yes, I do. That's the only fair way to do that tax, because the people from Hoyt come and pay the tax just like the people from McCurtain or Stigler or
And they deserve the same
Wherever.
protection coverage as any other.
they've got to meet, it doesn't matter if you're a 3-man department or a 300-man department, you gotta meet the same NFPA requirements.
Marvin, can I ask you a question? Or Paul, I can't see Paul, but I can see you. What I'd like to know is what they're asking and what me and Jim was just talking about. The county knows exactly how much money they give all the fire departments, right?
Right.
Okay. Do they all get the same amount give to them for the taxes?
Yes.
Then that can't be that hard to come up with a figure on. I mean, that, to me,
How
I mean,
much was dispersed per department for 2015?
No, I thought that's not gonna be any problem to
Yeah,
come
no.
up with the 1/4% sales tax. But Randy asked how much altogether, because you know they have
well, that's
boat
what I'm getting
drives,
at.
they have
though.
boat drives, you know, people put I mean, I don't know how much money goes in the boat, and they have different.
Well, the boot
fundraisers.
doesn't come out of our taxes, though. That's just
I
what
know,
they
but
asked for.
he was asking about all revenue,
There is income off of your electric bill.
so that's what I'm getting at. So if you're talking about the 4% sales tax, yes, that's.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, we know what that is.
We get about
Thank you.
That was
$80.
my question is I want to know which departments are getting, because I get on my electric bill, I
Yeah.
get so much and I've got 7 electric bills. So each one of them, I'm paying the fire department. I would like to know who and where is it going?
Some departments do collect that.
Depends on where your
Because-
meter is.
That's right, and see, like if we get a call here, I guess it's Southside, we'll take care of this area here.
Well, City of Stigler and Southside
I'm talking
together.
about the rural area
Yeah.
of town. So the Southside comes and then Keota may come and help them, I've seen that happen, I've seen a lot of them come and help them. But they don't share in that same funding, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if there's an accountability as to where all the monies come from and where they go, then that's something that might could be looked at. You can't just run something off and shoot from the hip. You've got to have accountability for it.
Each fire department has a board of directors, and they report to that board of directors every month as what their expenditures are.
So each department should have a totality of what you're asking, but to put it all together, we would just have to get together and put it together. If that's, if that's something you want to see.
If you have it already available, I mean, all you have to do is compile it together.
Right, that's-
Send it in to Karen and she could compile it.
Right, but and it is public record too. I mean, you can look, if somebody wanted to know, say, like this sheet here.
We had a problem here with the theft in one of the departments. Did we ever find out how much?
And there was, I don't know what they've done about it. Yeah, I mean, they're having played restitution, but how much, I don't know. Probably would take care of that.
People would like to know that kind of stuff.
I completely agree with that.
I agree too. That was
I think there was an amount put out, but I'm not sure. That's not my department. I know they're no longer with them. They're a new department now, so they're trying to rebuild. But
Paul, how much was dispersed last year to each department? Do y'all know that figure?
Are you talking about the 4% sales tax?
Yes.
That's my recollection, it runs $11,000 to $12,000 a month divided.
2015 is $223,376.98.
Okay. Divide that 11 ways.
How much, Bobby, what was it?
$223,376.98.
it's right at $1,500 a month for the department. 'Cause I mean, here's the rest of the
Can
department.
fluctuate.
The average is between 15 and 17 a month.
But then your outside source, not from that tax, such as charges on your electric bills and whoever, then other fire departments are getting more than some.
You got donations, you
That
got,
could be possible on their department side. We don't do the electric bill. We do donate or your correction. We do
$25 membership.
membership
membership
fees
fees.
per year, $30 per person per resident. Per resident. Yeah, and it's volunteer. It's,
Well, so is the electric bill. You don't have to pay that if you don't want to. That's
we just do it on our own. We send out our own letters.
On the Cooks and Hills deal, you can opt out of that if you want to. You don't have to give the $3 a month or whatever it is.
And as far as what the cost of equipment is, opposed to Stigler along the valley, it costs the same price per man to rig them out. Now granted, some departments might need a few more pieces of equipment, but the grade and quality of equipment comes right back to the ISO and what we have available to have. It's still the same price per man.
And a pumper truck's a pump, I mean, it costs what one costs.
There's
Sometimes
no doubt, no
we-
question that the equipment's not expensive. And there was just questions have been asked of this committee, some people about the fire department. So then we turn around, we ask the question.
That's fine. That's
And-
what
and
it's supposed
that's
to
the
work.
question is who does the accountability?
That's the way it's
And
supposed to work.
Right now, it's by department. And now somebody asks us how or why, we say, well, it's by department. And I'm assuming that you're gonna request that they turn all of it in so that you can compile it.
Well, I've never been told to do that. I mean, we have everything.
Nobody's telling you now, we're just asking you to, so that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure it would work out.
Every department answers to a board of
Oh,
directors.
no,
And that's the only thing we need to do, and if it's all accountable now, it just needs to be compiled.
That's what grants holds it.
Right, for fire protection for the county. And then we can bounce that off of other ones, we may be doing a lot cheaper than somebody else, and that's something that y'all need to know. And if you have it compiled in one group where you can analyze it, then you can say, hey, we're running 30% cheaper than Sequoia County or some other county. Right now, you have no way of knowing that. There's no comparison.
We know that the trucks and stuff cost the same. It don't matter. It'd be like me going and buying a road truck and Rick buying it. It's gonna cost us the same too. And I don't know which fire department has what. That's a good reason to have an equipment list and where it's at. How many trucks does the county own now? How many volunteers do we have? How many suits do we have to buy?
There's about 140 volunteers in the whole county. That changes.
And you also paying workers' comp on everybody. That's
No,
an expense.
no.
It ain't.
Actually,
That's paid by the Department of Agriculture.
The state picks up the work comp, at least for now. They're fixing to go out to bids on that, and that may all change. We may have to start paying that again.
Okay, do you pay, so you don't, do you pay any kind of retirement on everybody?
Yes.
So that's it.
Some departments are in the pension and retirement. McCurtain is. We don't pay it out of county money. The town takes care of that. Basically, my city council picks up my fuel cost, my gas, stuff like that, and we use the county money for equipment. The truck payment and equipment that we need is the way we do it over there, because McCurtain's really poor.
Well, and that'd be a good reason to know how many donations do you get, what total income?
You asked
donation,
about-
grants.
My department's strictly funded by the tax money the city gives me and this county tax. We don't do any donations, we don't charge any memberships. We do get the $85 a month or whatever it is now from Cooks and Hills. All that money goes straight to my city treasurer and goes through the city council process.
Well, there's a little operational grant check that comes through Caddo through
And it
forestry.
goes, mine goes just
It
like
goes
yours does,
straight into
straight to the
straight
city.
into the city checking accounts for the fire department. It's
So every penny we spend is either audited at the town level or the county level. I can't, in order for me to spend money, I can't even actually authorize any money to be spent. It takes my city treasurer and one other person to actually get the money spent at the county level.
Well,
It takes the county commissioners at the city level, or not the, I mean the city council at the city level.
So is this quarter cent sales tax just going to the rural fire departments, or it goes to the city fire department?
It goes to every fire department in Haskell County gets a
Including
equal
the
share.
cities?
Including who?
The city.
Yeah, City of Stigler gets one, McCurtain gets one, Ken, every fire, all 11 departments get an equal share.
So how often does this 140 volunteers countywide, does it fluctuate very much or?
Not a lot. It'll be 3 or 4. You know, people move off, they move back, you get new young guys wanting on, that kind of thing. I've put on maybe 3 in the last year and lost 1 that moved.
So you got about an average of about 13 people per.
I try to keep 15, but that hardly ever happens. It's usually 12 to 13, 14 people in my department. Kyoto's got 20, I think, on there. Stigler's got around 20.
we got 20 or 21. We're also limited depending on the city size.
On
There's
how
a
many you can
limit how
have.
many you can actually have. I think Stigler's is
25.
25 is the max that you can have on the fire department carried on there as volunteers.
That's under state statute.
That's all under the state statutes. And
I'm one of the rules and I can carry 12. No, I can carry 16 and I have about 11 right now.
Somebody asked about the retirement a while ago. That's the retirement, pension and retirement, $65 a person. State Firefighters Association dues are $55 a person, just so you know. Some departments totally operate almost on this tax money. I know they pay their water bill, their electric bill, all that out of it. Before the tax got passed, the commissioners were paying it, I believe, on some of them.
We got a total of about 140 volunteers, you said?
Yeah, give or take 1 or 2 right now.
Yeah.
That's the last time I looked.
When someone leaves and do you get the radio and all that stuff back?
Yes, I do. I can't speak for other departments because what Leroy does in Keota is really his department. It's, you know,
Right,
kind of
yeah,
his business.
I understand
His
that,
town. Yes, I do. I have every one of my guys. I got the serial number on their pager wrote down. Their radio, when you actually turn it on, it's got their call number on the front of it. And I also have the serial numbers on them wrote down.
Everything is issued and
The
logged,
gear,
Right.
and then it's checked back in.
their gear all stays at the fire station hanging on in their locker, so when they
Right.
leave, it's there. Now, sometimes I have trouble getting the key back, but when that happens, I just spend $200 and change the door lock.
So you,
Unfortunately, that happens.
so we can reuse that equipment if we get
Yes,
somebody.
if it will fit, well, the pager and the radio for sure. If you put somebody on, you just got rid of some, like I've got 2 extra sets of gear right now, by the way, if anybody's interested in them. Moved from a curtain and
Well-
everything out. Yeah, we would take that and if it'll fit somebody else, we'll put, instead of buying new,
You bet.
which is not what you're really supposed to do according to NFPA, but we have to do what we have to do.
Well, yeah, same
So-
here, same here. There ain't one of us that hadn't had
I
to
mean,
tighten up.
before the tax, we hardly ever got anything new. It was all, we had to try to find used or,
Right.
you know, bag from Tulsa or somebody like that, you know. Oh, and an SCBA too, that was mentioned a while